Hello, everybody.
Hi.
It's my birthday party. Woo-hoo.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Woo-hoo. We should have like some confetti or something, no? It's Friday at the fire pit, but there's no fire happening. That's a work in progress. It will be happening. You'll get to see the fire being built live. So there's some instructions that come with this video, right? It's some survival skills if anyone needs to know how to build fire. So
all you need is your basic 10-year-old.
You would be surprised at how many people don't know how to start a fire, actually. How is everybody doing? How's everyone doing? Thank you for being here, by the way.
Good, good. Thank you for inviting, and it's nice to be able to celebrate.
Well,
Birthdays
you know what? It is important, you know. Now, you guys know, because I shared this with you, that, well, Joan doesn't know, but I had a rough day today, and I feel a little sluggish. So I'm hoping that I will pick my mood up, and I'm sure that I will with all of you wonderful people here. And I thank you for helping me celebrate my birthday, because it's an important birthday. Not only am I getting a year older, God help us, friends, I don't know. But, you know, for the first time in 10 years, I feel like I have a reason to celebrate. You know, I haven't had that. Exactly. And that's the whole reason why I have, you know, sort of probably birthday partied everyone out at this point. But, you know, but that's the reason why I've done it, is because I haven't had an occasion to want to even celebrate my birthday. You know, it, like, Tuesday was no different from Thursday for the last few years. And for the first time in a long time, thanks to, you know, the love and support that I've received from all of you and all of the people in the different chats, the different readers that I've had the, you know, distinct honor and pleasure of sharing space with on the screen. You know, getting private readings from people, you know, like Joan, who at the time when you gave that reading to me, I was like, what do I do with this information? And then all of a sudden something happened, and I told you about it, and I was like, now it makes sense. So there's lots of moments that have happened in the last year that have collectively sort of, you know, landed me in this moment, and it just seemed like the right thing to do was to share it with everybody, because I don't know that I would be here in this spot if it wasn't for all of you guys. So here is Ivana. Hello, Ivana. Hi, Ben.
See you.
Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Ben is here all the way from England. Okay. Ben is here all the way from England. Thank you so much, Ben, for popping in and saying hi, my love. I know that it's really late, and I know you're sleeping in bed. We chatted earlier today. So I thank you for being here. Teresa's here. Nancy Riker's in the house.
Come up even she got pajamas on.
Yeah, right. Hi, Ivana.
I'm sorry about that.
It'll be beneficial.
It's all good.
I got these AirPods. They're not. I'll never do it again.
I don't like them either. I don't like them either. Ellen R is here, and Vivian is in the house. Thank you so much. Eliza's here. Pierrette's here. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. I really, 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 truly appreciate it. Everybody that's on the screen, Angela, Cardamancy Mesquite, everybody knows and loves from the different chats. Here she is in person. J Herc 213, Ron Unconditional Love, Ivana Intuitive, Wisdom Seeker Joan, Heather Indigo Chrysalis, all of these wonderful people I've had the pleasure of sharing the screen with, you know, sharing chats with behind the stage. Cardamancy Mesquite's my tarot practice partner and has been for her. That's all we're saying. We're just going to leave it there. For her. You know, Heather Indigo Chrysalis, I was, I think the first time that you went live was on my channel, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was scared.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I'm going to go live. Yeah.
Ron Unconditional Love has a place in my heart because I feel, you know, that our healing journeys are very similar. Very, look at how the bag's in my eyes. I should back up so I look better.
I was doing that.
Anyway,
I don't talk. We want to talk about bags. No.
right.
Put some candies in it.
You know, Ron Unconditional Love has healed in the same way that I feel that I have, and so we've since the day that we had an opportunity to speak to each other, I feel like we have a special bond and a special connection, and I couldn't be happier that you're my friend, and that we can have those kinds of conversations. What is there not to say about Mr. J Herc 213? You are the sweetest, kindest, funniest, most compassionate person. You make everyone feel safe and everyone feel comfortable, and I adore the fact that you invite everyone into that space and make everyone feel so welcome, and it's a beautiful thing, and I'm thrilled that you are my friend. God knows we've had a lot of chats backstage, have we not, my friend? And Miss Ivana Intuitive sent an email because I was on with Ron, and she seen me on with Ron and sent an email to join us on Circle of Friends. We got on like a house on fire, and I love her energy. She's bubbly, she's beautiful, she's a great reader, and we just sort of clicked. And so now she's sort of stuck with me. What can I tell you? And then there's Miss Wisdom Seeker Joan, who, I love your background. I could literally, I know that's totally ridiculous. That's not really the point, but I love your background. I could literally sit there and look at it all day long.
Well,
You just have such a calming, sort of zen sort of feeling about you that, like, I could listen to you for hours. You just have such a warm and wonderful sort of way about you. And I reached out and I had a private reading with you, and it was deep, it was profound. I didn't understand it at first,
neither did I.
and then it made sense,
Good.
and when it made sense, it made a massive difference. So if anyone out there is looking for a private reading, Wisdom Seeker Joan is a great person to go to. And of course, when the video is done, I will put everybody's links in the bottom. I'm crying already, look at me go. I will put links in the bottom of the video so that everybody can go visit all these lovely people.
I was tearing up the other night when you had Scott and the man, and I'm just like, oh my God, now he's making me cry.
Sorry. Hi, Purple Elephant Deb H. Thank you for popping in.
So,
Well,
beautiful.
it is what it is. Like everybody in this community has been hurt in some way or some shape or some form. One of the beauty parts about this community is that we are all like-minded because we all understand what hurt, what pain, what healing means, what working on ourselves means. We all get that at one form or another. And I say this all the time. Collectively, we are a powerful force. The power that we each hold, and then collectively as we hold it together. And I don't want to say that I'm the only person that this has happened to, but I sort of feel like I am a walking example of the power of this community, right? What it can do and how it can lift you up. And so,
supporting, empowering, encouraging, yeah.
Whenever I have the chance to shout that out, I want to do that, because if you just popped into the chat, you've never been here before, right? Not my channel, any channel. If you just hit the community one day because it came up on your YouTube feed, I want someone to know that it can make a difference and it can really help, right? That you're not alone, right? That there's people that can assist, and you may learn things that you didn't know. And heck, I've been in therapy for years. It wasn't until I came to this community that things started to make sense, because it was explained to me in a way that there was no judgment. I was just given the information, and I was allowed to process it at my own pace, right? So it's important, I think, for people to put that out there so that people feel less afraid and less alone.
I was going to say, and less alone. Exactly.
Anyway, that's enough of that sadness. Yeah. Holy.
But while you're
Hi,
drying the
Diana.
tears, think of all the people that you've helped just by telling your story.
Exactly.
And everybody along the way that you've engaged with, but even people who don't even put their name in the chat. And just one day we're there and they hear you tell your story, and they see the support that's,
Yeah.
It's the pebble in the pond, and the ripples go all up very further than we know.
Yes, that's very, very true. That's very true. Very, very true. Thank you, Diana. Love you lots. Thank you so much, my friend. She was so sweet. She sent me a text that's oil painter today, and we were chatting a bit. She was telling me, so Diana is really good at astrology, and Diana has my chart because I was in an astrology class with her. And so because my birthday was the 11th, I am a supermoon baby. And there was all this information out there about the supermoon, and it was kind of not great. So she was kind enough to text me and let me know that because my moon is actually in Aquarius and my sun and my rising are actually in Leo, this moon that just happened yesterday was going to affect me in some sort of way. And I was hearing all this stuff, and I was like starting to freak out. And so she was kind enough to text me and tell me, like, you got this, girl. It's all good. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Mark's got that fire going. That's beautiful. Wow.
Right?
Talk about fire.
He's not. He's Ben's asking if you're cooking big biscuits on the fire pit, Mark.
No biscuits tonight, buddy.
No biscuits tonight, Ben. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, Nancy. Thank you so much for popping in, Diana. I do appreciate it. And Heather, Silver Star Priestess, popped in to say hi. Said that she can't stay, but wanted to wish me happy birthday. She will be here in a couple weeks. We'll be collabing for the first time, so I look forward to that. All right, I've talked enough. You guys take the floor. Say something. Do something.
Say Heather's a great leader. You'll have a blast with Heather.
You know, I think we all kind of started as lurkers before we met anybody. You know, before we even started our own channels, we all started as lurkers and then joined in the chat. And now all of a sudden there are a bunch of us on camera. Never thought we'd be on camera at all. I couldn't imagine me doing this even 2 years ago, you know, being on camera.
Right.
Yeah, my first live ever in front of anybody was when Lisa and Sharon from Nasty Women that night, you know, so would you like to come on? I'm like, oh my God, you know, yes, but here. And then it was just like, oh, I got to keep doing this. It was like the bug hit bit. You know, I've been bit by the bug, and I was like, oh, this feels great. I felt so much love and support from everybody in chat, in the community, that I keep wanting to say, okay, that enough, no more screwing around, we're doing the channel. And it was because of, you know, Kelly's channel, Sharon, Lisa, Debbie, you know, Ron, Scott Allen, that, you know, just gave, you know, that encouragement. I guess gives it that little nudge. Yeah. You know? Yeah,
that little nudge. That's really good.
As each of us opened up our own channels, as each of us started our own channels, like Kelly, you said, it was the ripple effect. When one did one, then the other. And Sherry, she's going to be celebrating in a couple weeks, a year on her channel. So, yeah, you know, we support each other. Every time one of us takes a step forward, another person takes a step forward. So it's kind of like the conga line.
Yeah, kind of like the conga line. The conga line is coming back, friends, by the way. The conga line is coming back. Stay tuned for those details. We now have Mark, the firefighter. If you squirt me with that hose, that's what you're doing. Okay, so now we're having sparks fly. If I accidentally catch on fire, let me know, okay?
Okay. Kelly's that hot that Mark has to, you know.
That's right. He has to hose me down. There's a visual that you guys aren't going to get out of your head tonight. Sorry about that.
You guys still got the spark between you.
Well, you know, it reminds me.
The anniversary too.
Well, our anniversary is coming up. Speaking of our anniversary, 18 years, right?
Nice.
Yeah, 18 years. Yes, it's 18 already. You do deserve an award. 100% you deserve an award. See, you say that under your breath and no one heard you say that.
That means 18 hot rod.
He's trying to get me to say that it's okay that he can get like a hot rod now because we've been married for 18 years. I don't know how or why that is with the president. And yeah. So I'm not sure what he's doing. He's watering the grass. I think he just wants. It's fire prevention, he says. He just wants to be seen. That's really all it is.
That's good.
Let's all just stare at Mark.
Okay,
It'll be fun.
Well,
put the camera on him.
Hey, Mark, where's the cake?
Well, the actual, I have an
Yeah,
ice cream
the
cake.
cake.
The cake is in the fridge. I got an ice cream cake. So check this out, you guys. Speaking of my ice cream cake, so you go online and you order the cake. It's from Dairy Queen. Do y'all have Dairy Queen in the States?
Mhm.
Yep.
Look at all your heads going, yep. We have Dairy Queen.
Every other corner or something, yeah. Like
So
a Tim Hortons.
$32.99 to have a flippin' ice cream cake that you have to order 2 days in advance. So I put in the order. I tell him exactly what I want on it, exactly how I want it. He comes back tonight. Took him like half an hour to get the darn thing, even though you set up the pickup time. And the cake is nothing like what I asked them to do. And they said, sorry, we didn't have it. But I still had to pay $32.99. So what the heck was the point of all that? I could have just went to the fridge and picked one out.
Yep.
I have ice cream
Yep.
cake. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Exactly.
Write a complaint on Twitter or somewhere online, and you'll get some coupons probably.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they don't like bad publicity.
Good idea, Joan. I love it.
You don't get what you want, and you have to pay for it.
Yeah,
It's called
tell them what it is.
Or maybe
Oh,
just
the
click
picture
out this part of the
Diana.
YouTube and put it on, and make the most of it.
Yeah, Diana has just put in the chat that Anne Heesh has just passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Oh.
did pass today. Yeah.
You know, I don't understand that. What a tragic story that is. You know, she was involved in that fiery car crash in Los Angeles. She was taken to hospital. Then she slipped into a coma and was being kept alive by machines. And I heard last night, early this morning, like 2 a.m. ish, that she wasn't expected to make it through the day. They were not giving out a whole lot of details. I don't know what happened. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You see the video of the house and the car going by, and then the next thing you know, you see the car like in the house, and after all the flames had been extinguished. But I mean, our thoughts and prayers go to her family, because that must be very. I mean, I can't imagine how tragic that situation is for them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Amanda lost her mother. Her mother had a seizure while smoking, and she caught herself on fire.
Oh.
And her mother ended up slipping into a coma and eventually passing. So I can't imagine what their family is going through right now because of what my friend's mom went through. So. It's extremely painful. It's very sad.
It absolutely
I mean,
is.
we lost Olivia Newton-John, and we lose Anne, and it's just a lot of sadness.
Well, speaking. I mean, isn't this a lovely birthday party?
I'm
No.
sorry.
Just let's talk about dead people.
But Olivia Newton-John, what a
Well,
life,
it's funny
wow.
because as the fire
I
was
have a
popping
funny
in.
story if I could show you.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Save us, Ron.
Okay.
Hi, Beverly.
Okay. Now, I was about 17, 18 years old, and I went to the unemployment office. I think you heard it, Kelly, because
Yes.
because Ali was laughing like crazy about that.
Yes, she was.
The story is that I went there to get a job, and I was sitting with a couple of buddies beside me, and this happened for real. This is the truth. So I'm sitting there waiting because during that time when I was 18, 17 years old, you had to sit in a room, wait for your turn. So they come in and they call your name, and then you go into an interview or something privately, and they explain blah blah blah, whatever you want, a job and all this stuff, So I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, this young lady comes in and says, "Mr. Foreskin." Oh my God! When I heard the name, I cracked right up. I was laughing so friggin' hard. Mr. Foreskin. I never heard that in my whole life. It never happened again. But I was laughing. But now I have to say, I'm sorry, forgive me, because I laughed so hard because of the name, but I couldn't. I was unexpected. Me and my buddies were right beside me. We were all laughing. The whole room was laughing.
Oh,
the
poor
woman
guy.
was red in the face, and she's just so like this, and it really happened. He was
That's
called Mr. Forte. So what a name to get when you're at birth. I feel sorry for him today, but I mean, I asked for forgiveness in my mind because I didn't mean to laugh, but I couldn't help myself because of the name.
Parents really need to think about that, do they not? When they name their children,
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
you know, about
Well,
when you're
I
sitting
had
in
my
school and having your
sister-in-law.
name.
She called. I got his sister-in-law has somebody that in their family that had a young child. Just give me a second. Oh, you're not going to call me. I forget now. I got a brain fart and they left me. I was thinking about something. So
It's all good.
it's a name like a religious name. Oh, called No Way. He's called No Way. So what
Wow.
the hell are you calling what do you give me a name like No Way for? No way
That's
you're going to call
funny.
me that. And I made a joke out of that. There's no way you're going to call me that, but they did. They called me No Way.
Well, do you guys remember back? I mean, you know, I don't know who's as old as I am, but there used to be this series of sort of like jokes, I guess you would call it jokes, that was a list of books, and it was like IP Nightly by Rusty Bedsprings. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So it was a sheet of all these books that were called these crazy names, right? That's the only one I remember is, you know, IP Nightly by Rusty Bedsprings. Those are the things that made me laugh. Bring Austin out here.
Yeah, I got a
I
classmate.
just got it.
Do you guys want to see Austin? He loves to come and sit outside. He doesn't care for the fire.
Yeah, Muzzy wanted to say happy birthday, Auntie Kelly.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. Oh, look at how precious you are. Austin's sitting at the door crying. He loves to come outside. So I just want to quickly say hi to everyone in the chat. Thank you for being here. My keyboard isn't working, so I can't type anything in. So I just want to make sure that y'all know.
Kitty bug.
I want you to know that I'm paying attention. So I'm laughing at what Diana just wrote. Oh, yeah. You're about as funny as a trapdoor in a submarine. All right, here's my big baby. Come to mommy, baby. Oh, hi, sweetie.
Beautiful.
You want to say hi to everybody?
I don't think I've ever seen
Because I want to get away from
Austin
that
right
fire.
here.
Yeah.
He doesn't care for the fire, but he was standing at the door crying. You want to say hi to everybody? Show them how gorgeous you are. Say hello.
Muzzy, look at that handsome kitty.
Say hello.
Handsome
My name is
kitty.
Austin. I am
Look at
Austin.
Austin.
Look at those kitties.
Hey, Jay,
So-
surrounded by putty cats tonight, eh?
Yes. How do you feel about that, Ron? Don't get started, you two. Okay.
Ron.
So let's have a little bit of fun. I just want to say quickly before we pass by the passed over people. I have been doing a lot of listening to Elvis and watching documentaries on Elvis this week, and the reason is because my father passed on August 16th, which is the same day that Elvis passed away. And every year when it comes up to my birthday, I start to think about that. And I remember the day that Elvis died, and I remember coming home from school and my dad putting Elvis records on, and him and my mom kind of, you know, dancing around and talking about the good old days. And so it always makes me very nostalgic, and it's a lovely feeling, though. It takes me back to those wonderful memories. And so if you have joined me on a live stream recently, you would have heard me listening to In the Ghetto or Suspicious Minds or anything from the 68 comeback special, A Little Less Conversation. Like
I love that song.
I love it too. Hi, Anna.
We actually did a remix of it about 10 years ago, and it went back on the charts again. Somebody took it a little bit. Yep. And he was back on the charts again. Come on, make up your mind. Sit still. Sorry.
Austin gets a little freaked out with the motorcycle. So here's a question for y'all. If you could be part of a TV family, what TV family would you choose to be a part of? Okay.
That's a good question.
Wow.
The Adams Family.
Good
They're so much more normal than my family was.
Family.
I'd be a part of the Partridge Family
I love that.
That'd
because
be
I'd like
fun.
to go out and sing, and I can't sing, but they'd dump over me.
I love it.
Well, I would, in the past, I would have said the Cosby Family, but knowing now about Bill Cosby, that kind of, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I'm drawing a
I can't
blank.
really, yeah, I'm drawing,
You guys in the chat, tell me
Oh,
what. Tell
I
me
can
what.
think
You
of,
taking over
I mean-
the show? You taking over the show?
oh, another kitty.
All the kitties are here.
Oh, oil painter, Lost in Space, Robinson.
boy.
Yes,
That would be good.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. There we
What
go.
about you, Jay? What TV family would you want to be
I
a part of?
love
Love?
that. Yes.
Since
The
growing up in the 90s, I think I'll say the Banks family from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I'll probably
Nice.
my family, you know,
Yeah.
I'll probably be, I don't know, Will
They
Smith's
dance with
cousin
boy.
or something too. Like,
Come on, to the Carlton.
for the
Come on, let
family.
me go.
Yeah.
I'll be that.
Oh my
Damn,
God,
nobody
look
wants
at
to see you,
Yeah.
but
What about you, Ron? Do you have a TV family that you'd like to be a part of?
Well, me, I love the Adam family, but I have another one too. The Three Stooges.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, there you go.
Classic.
Yes.
And Joan, you don't know? You're drawing a blank?
Well, if you include cartoons, I think the Jetsons. I thought.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've always
all
wanted
the
a
things that have
Rosie.
come true.
I've always wanted a Rosie.
Yeah.
I just
Rosie
thought
the
Rosie
robot.
was like the bomb.com. I
But
don't
look at
know
it, we're
why.
doing. You know, they had Zoom sort of on
Yeah.
their televisions back then, and that was just unheard of. A lot of those ideas came true, I think.
I love that.
Yes.
It's
I'm
true.
still waiting for my flying car, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say that's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm
the
sure it's
flying
not far
cars.
off.
Yeah.
In fact, I
you know
know
what?
somebody who's working on navigation systems for personal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for like personal helicopters, kind of, or
That'd
like.
be great.
Yeah.
Austin's going by.
Bye.
Bye, Austin. Bye, kitty. Oh. But talking about cartoons, definitely then, I don't know if this is considered a family, but the Mystery Machine, Scooby-Doo and his family, going on and
yeah.
investigating paranormal
Yeah.
mysteries and
Yeah.
catching bad guys. Oh, I'm there. There we go.
I would have liked to be a part of a few families, you know, because I'm one of those people. I would have liked to be part of the Flintstones, because why
Yeah.
not?
Mhm.
I would like to live in Bedrock and have a dog named Dino that looked like a dinosaur. I mean, that would be cool. Can you imagine walking that thing down the street? Nobody would ever bully you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Everybody's running away.
And I would also like to be a part of Little House on the Prairie,
I was thinking about
or
that.
the or the
Oh,
Waltons.
I was saying the
Oh, yeah,
Walton.
I grew up with
Waltons.
Little House. Yep.
Walton,
Uh, And then
yeah. That was a good one.
there was a
Love
show.
Boat.
You guys remember Eight is Enough?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I
Ralph
mean-
Macchio got his start on that.
So many people got their start on that show, but I would have liked to have been a part of Eight is Enough, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? They seemed like they were always having fun.
Yeah.
hey, little boy.
All right, what's another question I can ask you?
I like the Love Boat, and I like the Bewitched too.
Bewitched.
Well,
Yeah, Bewitched.
I love
used-
Fantasy Island. That was
Yeah.
cool.
And Fantasy Island, yeah.
I used to think my mom was bewitched. You all have seen, I'm sure you've seen the picture of my mom with her hair flipped up like Bewitched. I used to think that my mother was bewitched.
Could you
And,
wiggle her nose?
No, I used to sit on her lap and do this to her. Like, how come you can't twitch? Like, what's wrong with you? How come you only can do it on that screen thing over there? Yeah.
Well,
There's a
actually,
funny
come
story
to
about
think about
Bewitched.
it, I'm going to add another family, Kelly, really quick. I don't know how I kind of forgot about this, but back in the 90s, I loved Charmed, the original. I would love to have been a Hollywell sister. I don't know if anybody remembers Charmed.
What's the name of the show again?
Remember
No.
Charmed? It had Alyssa
No.
Milano,
No.
Shandori.
I know the show.
Yeah, the Hollywell sisters. They all had special powers, each of
Oh,
them.
that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That house,
Lucille
that
Ball.
gorgeous
That
Victorian
was a good one
house.
too.
Yes, Lucille
Legendary.
Ball was a good
Lucille.
show. I had a cat named Mr. Mooney, named
Beneficial
after the.
Sclerosis. Dallas and Knots Landing. Those were good.
My
Oh,
mother
yeah.
loved her some Knots Landing, loved and Dynasty. Well, people used to think my mom looked like Linda Evans off of Dynasty, which I think that was half of the reason why she watched it. To see what all the fuss was about. I just think it's a neat idea, right? If you could go visit, if the people like I loved Family Ties, but I would never want to be a part of that family because the parents seem a little weird. Like for my personality, I wouldn't have fit in that family, but from watching it in my living room, I loved it.
Yeah.
I would have liked to be a roommate of Laverne and Shirley's. I think that would have been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
I love Laverne and
I
Shirley.
actually once tried pouring Pepsi into a milk one day, thinking I was going to like it.
Yeah, no.
That's what Laverne did.
Yeah.
I took a chug
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I threw all over. I was like, this is disgusting.
I used to wear a big
K.
K. I used to wear a big K
Oh
like
yeah.
I did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I mean, why not, right? Okay, so here's another question. What is the secret talent that you possess or that you wish you possessed?
Psychokinesis. Moving
Is that
things.
what you have?
No, I would love to be able to.
Yeah,
Be
that
able
would
to
be
look
cool.
at something and move it.
Oh, I thought that meant
Ooh, what was that?
yeah, well, I thought that meant you said psychokinesis. I thought that was starting something on fire.
Oh,
That's a movie.
well, I am a fire sign, but no, I wouldn't want that.
Okay.
I can't.
Woo!
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Now the party started.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, darling.
Queen is
Happy
here.
birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday,
I get
dear Ellie! Happy birthday to you!
Thank you, my friend. Mwah. I love you. Thank you so much.
So sorry I'm late.
It's all good. You're not late. You're just in time. Trust me. This thing was falling apart. No, I'm kidding.
We're all pretty boring.
No, it was.
on the show.
Ben is saying hi, Gerald, in the chat.
Who?
Ben.
Who is?
Ben. Your BFF, Ben.
I am still waiting to hear from. He knows my cousin, and his cousin and I are supposed to get together. So,
Like when you say get together, you mean like collaboration or? It's okay. It's personal. Don't ask. Don't answer.
I don't know. It's family.
You're open.
How are we supposed to know?
True. How do we know? Well, I mean, can I just say that Gerald did like the sweetest thing for me yesterday? So he recorded a little message for me on Spotify and sent it to me with his voice and the fan thwart going when it was playing to the Beatles. It's your birthday. And honestly, it made me giggle for like an hour and a half. I mean, first of all, I would have never thought to do that. And
I haven't heard it, and I'm giggling now.
it was so sweet. It was just so sweet.
It was the Fan Thwarp remix.
Yes, the Fan Thwart remix. Coming to a theater near you.
Everything's better with a Fan Thwarp.
Everything. Do you know what? I almost ordered a fan that has a big black cat on it. I didn't get it though, because I got my baton instead. So
If I can see things correctly,
Yeah.
and all of the other wonderful people, hi everybody, all of the wonderful guests, I think we should watch you do a baton because
I
there's
was just
yard
gonna say,
back.
yes. That was the
I was gonna want
You have
Yeah.
look at that. They're all. I don't know.
Thank you. See, I'm not the only one.
It's the whole reason I'm here.
Can I just tell you that so far that's my favorite part of this video. I'm going to replay that and just replay it, because you all just started twirling like by yourselves there. It was like some kind of new age wave that was happening, you know? Oh, Gerald's got his own baton. I love it.
Oh, he's got a stick.
I'm waiting
Oh
to
my
take an
God,
eye.
that's funny.
I could probably take out Jay's eye with this thing from over here. It'd be dangerous.
It's just like a thing. All right, I have to take my jewelry. I have to take my jewelry off.
Even Ron's twirling.
Yeah,
I love it.
She's gonna do it.
Diana says my baton and strap-on roller skates and the key on a string around my neck. Right on. I have to take my rings off so that I don't injure myself. It's to the right, Mark. There you go.
I would hope, darling, that you would embiggen you and put all of us on the side so we can see better.
Yeah. Maybe I don't want to do that, darling. Maybe I don't. Okay, so here's my baton.
I'll stand over here.
Oh, really, Mark? I mean, he's like, I'll stand over here. What would you like me to do?
Embiggen yourself and then twirl.
If I know how to.
Yeah.
You have to realize I'm working on a patio coffee table here, so the skill level is not where it should be. And I can't operate the mouse on the glass.
Girl, the
Yes.
patio coffee table is not going to be the one to do the technology.
I know, but I
You
can't move the mouse, darling. That's the point. That's what I'm getting at. All right, here we go. I'm going to
are.
try.
Is this what I have been missing?
Put Kelly in the
Yes.
hot seat. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there she
There you
is. Woo!
Look, if I do this, it looks like my baton's on fire.
Well, I was going to request a bling baton. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's a good idea.
Isn't that fascinating? Well, there is fire baton.
Yeah.
My sister and I used to twirl fire baton. We would entertain because we always camp, so we would entertain everybody by doing that.
Wow.
Anyways, what is it that you want to see besides the fire? Do you want to see some finger twirls
Finger twirls.
or
And a toss and catch.
like
Yes.
Woohoo!
Woo!
I can't really twirl one-sided, but you know, here you go. So this is something that I like to do, where you just go through your fingers, then you go back through your fingers.
Mhm.
It's good exercise for your fingers, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then there is, and I don't want to get ridiculous about this, but I have to stand up to do it. See?
What
Because,
else
like,
is that good for with your fingers? Exercising your fingers.
Stop.
I just want to know.
All joking aside, it's good to open up your lymph nodes. If you have had cancer or any kind of lymphatic issues, it's good for that.
Knitting is also very good for your finger dexterity.
Yes.
And crochet or
Okay.
crochet.
So I don't know what you can see and what you can't see because I'm standing in the dark. So if you turn the light on, that might help.
I'm working on it.
Impressed. Look at that.
Wow.
I mean, this is nothing, friends. This is something that a 4-year-old can do. But anyway, whoop.
Oh my God!
Word.
Oh no!
Oh, you know she's cussing right
You
now.
knocked yourself
Oh
out.
no! And that was all my idea. Oh
There
my
we are.
God! Oh, you're back. Oh,
By the way, I just want everyone to know that that wasn't the baton that did that. That was the
Don't believe her. Don't believe her.
expert that did that. That's too funny.
That was me, not her, for the record.
do we need to put ice on your laptop for that?
what do you wanna
That's
see?
a pretty bad knit, you know. Oh my!
What do you want to see?
I bet if you go behind the fire in front of the pine tree, you could throw it up and catch it.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, do it.
The problem is because the light is weird, like it's reflecting off of the screen.
Don't worry about us, dear. Just go out there.
Yep.
Like she
Listen,
said.
Do you
I
think?
do not want to celebrate I don't want to celebrate my birthday by ending up in the ER.
Yeah, but
It's all the same to you.
can you imagine the number of views that video would get, girl?
It probably would. Okay, so
Halfway between the fire and the pine
The
tree.
funniest home videos.
when
Yeah.
we used to twirl baton, we did a song to Olivia Newton-John's "Let's Get Physical." We used to do
there
our
you go.
opening to the theme song for YNR, which is called Nadia's Theme. We had our own drum corps that did that. They want to know the first trick that I ever learned how to do when I was 4.5 years old?
Yeah.
Yes.
My ass is on fire, just FYI. It's like all of a sudden I bent over and I was like, damn, that's warm. So
Mark, we can hear you guys.
Veins.
Mark,
It's got
Mark, you
veins.
don't need to talk through Kelly. We know her ass is on fire. Stop it. Do that after the live, honey. After
So-
the live.
So when I was 4.5 and I joined,
What?
Baton and twerk.
I listen. There's no twerking that happens here because A, I don't have a button. B, I'm cool. But when I was 4.5, the first trick that I learned how to do, I couldn't do, and then my father had to help me. And I used to practice this in the kitchen every Saturday after my lesson, and then I wanted to quit because I would cry and whatever. So this is called a neck wrap. So you take the baton, you put it over here, you wrap it around your neck, and then you grab it. That's it. I was 4.5, and that thing had me stumped for weeks, and I cried and I wanted to quit. It was the worst thing ever. There you have it. There's a little trick. What
Well,
else?
let's see it. Let's do it.
No, I just did it. That was it. That was the trick.
Oh,
Okay, if I go back here,
Can I get my money
Yeah,
back?
go back.
I know, right?
Throw it up and catch it. Major
thank you.
radical
Throw it up and
energy.
catch it.
Can you
Just
guys-
throw it up, girl.
Throw it up.
Woo!
Throw it up and catch it.
Okay, now I'm going to try and do this, and I don't know if it's going to work. This is called a stomach roll. Okay.
A stomach roll.
Well, that didn't work. So the idea is, oh, the grass is all wet here.
Well, of course it is.
The idea is that you throw it around. Clearly, I have practice.
You should have practiced this before you went home.
You're not helping, Mark.
Yes.
You're not
Well, like, the
helping.
baton is all, it's all Mark's fault. Like, you ruined my stage. The grass is wet.
Is anybody going to say, I do hate it when it's wet?
Yeah, okay. I can't twirl a wet baton. It's dangerous. You guys are too
Somebody,
I
if
am
Ben
not-
were here, Ben and I would have something to say about that. And then we'd be kicked out.
I'm sorry. I
Thank you.
couldn't help
Thank you
it.
very much. I like the show.
Thank
Listen,
you.
I promise I will practice and I will get better. Let me put you guys where you need to be. There we go. Hi, Kiba. Hi, Karen.
I'm sorry I laughed, but that just
World champion,
yeah.
not anymore. That was
Just
a long
really
time
not-
ago.
Wow.
And I want you to remember, I won the gold medal for not twirling baton. Now, you guys top that. Imagine being in a sport for your whole entire childhood.
Wow.
Your top goal is to win a gold medal, and you win a gold medal, but not doing the sport. you try that. I mean,
Is
come on,
that
that's pretty funny.
I have something. I got a high school letter. I lettered in high school
Mhm.
in drama.
No, you did not. You. Yeah,
Are
imagine
you
that.
kidding? I don't believe it.
I know it's surprising. Who did we lose?
It is surprising.
What?
Huh?
Where you just left?
And she got
And sing.
question.
I bet Gerald didn't meet Mr. Foreskin.
Probably not.
Excuse me? I came in
Well, I
ready
told
to
you-
answer the
I told the
family
joke.
that I wanted to be with, but that is just okay. That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole other program. That happens at 9:30.
Yes.
we're going to the late
After
night
hours.
at 9:30.
After
Oh my God, you guys.
Unconditional love.
Okay. So, Gerald, I asked earlier if there was a particular TV family that you wish that you could be a part of growing up. Who would that be?
May I do a movie family?
Sure, why not?
I would be part of the Bucket family from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Right on.
Oh,
I love it.
yeah.
And because the kid had his morals right and he still won.
I love it.
That's true.
I love it. Okay, so here is this is how you pick your exotic dancer name. So it's the name of your first pet and just the first part of the street name that you lived on. Really?
Really?
Some of us may not know.
Your stripper name.
Oh,
I was
stripper.
trying to be political. What's an exotic dancer? Honestly, do you see what I'm working with here, folks?
Coco Country?
I've never been to one of those establishments, honey.
Right, sure. I dropped you off there. Don't even lie.
I'm Tuffy Colville.
You're what?
Tuffy Colville.
Tuffy Colville. See, I like it.
Yeah, that works.
I like it.
A little bit.
Coco Country. That's boring.
Lady Market.
She performs in grocery stores. I mean, that's just weird.
Blue light special on aisle 4.
Right? Flashing blue light special in aisle 4. Attention shoppers. No.
And when she's
love it.
done, clean up in aisle 37.
Yeah.
Clean up
Yeah.
in aisle 37.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Okay.
Hi, Terry.
Happy birthday, Kelly.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Terry, you come right at the right time, let me tell you.
Oh, good. What did I miss?
Well, we're just asking everybody what their exotic dancer name is.
No, I was referring to maybe controlling the great drill out over there, but
No, stop. So the exotic dancer name is your first pet's name and your street name when you were growing up. You know, like when you had that pet.
Oh my God. I'd be Prissy Summit View.
Summit View. That's a lot better than what I got.
That sounds fancy.
Right? What about
You
Jay?
can publish
Jay,
books under that
Ron?
name.
I know, it's so funny, is it not? What about you guys?
it's almost unconstitutional that Jay has been so quiet this whole time.
I know. I was going to say Jay.
He's channeling his inner Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. Oh, I can't think of the name because I go by so many. So like Ricky, I mean, I have 2 pets now, so Ricky and Teddy. So that's kind of hard to pick a first name. But you know, my street name is
Like when you were a kid, have you always lived in the same place? Okay, so like when you got Ricky, like what's the street that you lived on? Is it in that house?
you could say that.
Okay, don't tell us that name.
Teddy Falls. I don't know. So
Teddy Balls, I love it.
Hey, balls.
yeah.
I'm Mr. Mooney, Queensway. Bye, Ben. I'll see you tomorrow when we have our chat, love. Good night. Thank you for being here.
Good night,
Mwah, love you.
Good night, Ben.
Make sure you bring your biscuits to the chat, darling.
Mm.
What about you, Ron?
Well, I don't remember the street, but I know my first pet was called Blackie. So, but I don't remember the street.
So what's your street name now? We'll just use that.
Yeah, sure. We're coming to your house. Don't
Oh,
something up.
Ron will be there in 5 hours, buddy.
Wouldn't that be fun?
My street,
You know
my
what?
street
Ron.
is. You don't understand. My street, it goes by R-A-N-G, Rang,
Right.
which means, because it's in French, which means rural, which means rural,
Like
whatever.
rural road.
Right,
That's right.
right.
Yes.
so
Not like row.
So I guess
you row your boat. It's not that kind of road.
Yeah, so Blackie, row your boat.
Yeah. Oh my God, Gerald, what's your name?
Slinky Dogleg.
Oh, Slinky. Hey, I had a Slinky when I was a kid. You remember those Slinkies?
Slinkies
that-
were fun.
you know,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Slinkies were
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
Down the
I mean-
steps and all this, I used to play with that stuff. Yeah.
Well, because the most exciting thing literally was to put it on the stairs and make it go down. I mean, you could spend all of Christmas Day doing that, right?
Or at
You
least
watch
for the
it go
hour
all
until
the
it
way
got
down
all
the
tangled
hill.
up.
Yeah.
Or you
Unravel it and
cracked it.
everything.
You cracked it. Yeah. What's like the Rubik's cube?
Sometimes I took the place of the slinky. I went down the steps.
Oh, it's
I
fine.
was bling, bling, bling,
Aw.
bling.
Gerald's changing outfits.
Oh,
Yeah, I could never. Someone mentioned Rubik's cube. I could never figure it out, so I would just take the blocks out and then just pop them back into the right colors.
You know, when you
Oh, yeah,
think
just
about
pop
it,
it
we
right
had amazing gifts when you know, like little toys like that. Now Mark has
Mhm.
moved the laptop down, and I look like I've been sucked up by a UFO. With the bright
Maybe you
light on
have.
my head. I've seen the light,
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Beam me down, Sky.
I'm shining like the bright star I am. You know, we had like the Slinky, the Rubik's Cube. Do you guys remember the it looked like a ping pong paddle with the ball attached?
Oh yeah.
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 I mean,
yeah.
like for hours. I mean, I don't even know what the point of that was, but like for hours we would do that, right?
Pick up sticks.
It was to
You guys
it
remember
night,
was
the
to
Debbie.
keep you
Love you.
occupied for
You know the
hours
hula
and
hoop you put
hours.
around your
That's
waist?
why
Right.
it
You go
existed.
like this, the hula hoop.
Oh, the
Yeah.
hula hoop. I mean,
Yeah.
how many people
Yeah.
couldn't do the hula hoop?
Remember toss across?
I did it.
Just stand
Yeah.
outside
Yeah.
and toss and yep.
I don't actually remember the toss across. You know what I do remember though is this was a thing that my sister had, was that the lemon twist thing. You know, it had like a lemon on it, and you put it around your ankle, and then you hopped. And
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that
do
thing was like an
remember that.
accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, but we were outside, we were playing, we were getting exercise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
getting fresh air and like we're not
Sunshine.
sitting in our tablets now
Yeah.
all day.
I used to love
Kids are.
to. Mark, can you? That light looks like I'm. Like I have no actual skin
Beat
tone.
me
It
up,
looks like
Scotty.
I'm transparent. Do you guys remember putting the Indian rubber ball in the pantyhose and doing that whole thing? You'd stand up against the wall, and it was like some little rhyme that we would do, and you would bounce the ball all around. I mean, I don't know how many times I knocked myself in the head with that stupid thing.
well, there was something called clackbacks, and they were two hard plastic. I mean, really hard, and you go like this, and they would
Yeah.
bounce off each other. But
Yeah.
they, people died.
Yeah.
Those in charts.
Crazy.
Wow.
Oh yes,
I think I have one of
Frisbee.
these things. I'm gonna go get them. I'll be right back.
Frisbee. Yeah.
Okay, the Frisbee. I love that. The Frisbee.
Yeah.
I was never
Yeah.
good at Frisbee. I couldn't do Frisbee. What about you guys?
Nope.
Like I'd throw it and I'd hit
I like
myself in the
croquet.
head
I
or
that'd be
something.
like croquet. Croquet was good.
Oh yeah, croquet.
With all the different color
Yeah.
balls and you just
What do you
kind
call
of
that thing you throw and it comes back to you? The
Frisbee.
thing,
No,
No.
A
Or the
boomerang.
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 Boomerang. Used to play with that thing.
I never did any of that stuff.
I did. Yeah.
I like there was no. I didn't do like what do you call it? Like a kite. I never flew a kite.
There's also
You know why?
shoes.
No, because I don't like heights and I couldn't look up. Like I'd pass out. So it wouldn't be a great experience. I'd run and I'd fall over. So yes, badminton. I loved badminton. Lawn darts.
Oh, I could never hit them.
Oh yeah, bocce. Lawn darts. Yeah.
You know, for a time
we
here in
could do
Canada,
it.
they actually banned lawn darts.
Oh yeah, I had lawn darts
Yeah.
because they were hurt you.
Yeah, because they're
Too many stockies.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
because
you
they
know.
had metal points. You know.
Mhm.
and now
Hello,
they don't. Now
I
they're-
drilled the
now
pond.
they're
Nobody
plastic.
banned that.
I dropped a
I-
few on
I-
my feet during the day.
I'm the youngest of 12 children. I'm just glad I survived. Okay,
True that.
that's all I gotta say.
True that. True that. Okay, here's a. I love this question. What is one of your favorite birthday memories or stories that you can share with us?
Oh,
Make it a good one.
okay. Everybody remember this? I don't know if you have them in Canada, but Avon. You know the company.
Really,
that
ding
was-
dong, Avon's here. Of course, we have
Yeah.
Avon.
Okay. My birthday morning, I woke up and my mom had bought for me the Fairy bottle of Sweet Honesty cologne.
Oh, I love Sweet
And-
Honesty. Yes.
And her little rubber, her little wand was a glow in the dark. So I woke up to my little fairy with her little glow in the dark for my birthday in the morning. That I remember very clearly.
I love it. Sorry.
That's
I'm
nice.
laughing. Diana says we played real darts and my brother would aim for my head.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Diana.
Oh, I know.
Oh, thank you, Justin's mom. So appreciate you popping in, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you for the birthday wishes. You're very kind. I love it. Marie Henson says Trixie Belden Brooks. I love it. I love it. I'm like combination laughing, crying over here, so I can't actually see what's happening. So if I do this, it's because my eyes are all blurry. All right, who else wants to share a birthday story?
Well, I only got one birthday story because I only had one birthday party.
When is your birthday, Terry?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right.
Happy birthday.
Everybody,
Happy birthday.
We have to stick together. Well, it was back in the day when you're supposed to invite your whole class, so I invited the whole kindergarten class, but I also hurt them all. They were all on the swing set, and we tipped it over going too high, and then I abandoned them because they weren't that fun to play Tarzan with my brother on a rope swing, which eventually I was going topless. So the last topless birthday party.
That's probably why you weren't allowed to have
Sweet. Even I'm blushing over here, and I'm not the one that did that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's funny. Oh my God, Terry, that's funny as heck. I mean, I'm sorry that was your experience, but that is funny.
Yeah. Well,
even if I would have found my paddle ball, it wouldn't have topped that story. So.
No. I love it. Okay, so what we're sharing, Joan, is one of our favorite birthday memories or our favorite birthday story.
Okay.
So if you think of one that you would like to share, what about you, Ron, Jay, Ange, Gerald? Anybody have a favorite?
I can only remember one. When I was a kid, my mother made a birthday surprise, but before she sent me to the store, she did something. While I was at the store, there's other kids that went to school.
Right.
They were waiting for me. When I got home, they all said, like this. And I didn't like that because, Mom, you didn't tell me. I was pissed off because she didn't tell me. Well, it's a surprise. I don't like surprises like that. It scared the hell out of me. Anyway, it did. Because I didn't expect to. That was the last time I had a birthday because I never had I had only once in my life. Yeah.
See, I really couldn't have birthday parties because my birthday was in December and living in Buffalo, you've got snowstorms. So it was always hard to try to never have a real birthday party.
Mine's in the winter. Mine's in February in the winter. So it's cold like crazy here in Canada. So, yeah, but still.
Karen Robinson says that the best birthday someone hired an Elvis impersonator. It was a woman who had drawn in sideburns with a marble on it. Elvis would go around in a limousine, sticking Elvis out the top. I love it.
That is awesome.
I love it.
Wow. That's incredible.
You feel the presence of Elvis tonight in the chat.
Absolutely. TCB, friends. TCB. Mr. Presley.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mr. Presley.
Yeah, I was watching a video this week, and it was about Elvis doing the Suspicious Minds. I just love it.
I am
by
all
somebody
about
else.
All about Mr. Presley. So Mr. Presley passed away on August 16th in 1977. No, and my dad, that's his passing anniversary is August 16th, and so I hear an echo from somebody.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I always think about Elvis around the time of my birthday because, it's coming close to my dad's anniversary, and so I remember. I think I just said this. I feel like I'm repeating myself. See, the old age is already set in, friends.
So is Elvis still alive?
Yeah, no.
You got a room full of psychics and card readers. Is Elvis still alive?
You know,
Everyone keeps saying that he is. That's why I just threw that out.
But,
well, at this point,
there's a priest. There's a priest that sings like Elvis. He looks like a little bit like him, older, and people say that he's Elvis. But I am not pleased off.
Yeah, they said he faked his death, but I don't think so.
if Elvis was, you know, if Elvis lived, faked his own death, I don't think that he's still alive now.
I don't know. You didn't.
I was watching a documentary the other day told by a gentleman by the name of Sonny, who was one of Elvis's guys, one of his people, right?
Yeah.
And he tells the story about how they went to visit President Nixon. And it's hysterical. Like, it's literally hysterical. The things that Elvis thought that he could get away with and the things that he could do. He went to visit President Nixon. Yeah, because he wanted a badge, but he didn't want just any badge. He wanted an actual badge. So he contacted
FBI badge. Yeah.
Well, it was a drug enforcement narcotics special agent kind of badge, and so he contacted the guy that was in charge of the FBI, and the FBI guy said, like, I can't give that out. You have to contact the president. So he got on a plane and went to Washington and said, like, I'm here. And the president was like, okay. So it's quite a cute story, actually. And I never heard this story before, but there is the Washington, I don't know the name of it, but it's like the archivist. There's like a museum or something, and in that museum, there is the whole story. There's sheets of paper, the letters that were written between the different staff members trying to get that meeting together, because literally it happened within a couple hours.
Yep.
Wow.
Like, but I mean, what a change in our times, right? Elvis Presley driving up to the gates at the White House. I mean, I don't really know what that looks like, but I can imagine in my head, and being like, you know, yeah, I like to speak to the president. And then they're like, I have a gift for him. It's a handgun with his name on it. And he passed it to the Secret Service, and the Secret Service at the gate took it. And, you know, 3 hours later, he was in there going through Nixon's bottom drawer, because apparently that's where he keeps all the gifts that he gives people that visit. And so he gave Elvis something, and Elvis took it, and then he said, well, can I have something for my friends? And then he went behind the drawer with Nixon and was like,
oh my God.
Just pulling stuff out. And Nixon was like, you know, help yourself. It's just hysterical to me. I love
talk about an ego, overinflated ego.
Yeah. Hi, Cat Mama. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you for the birthday wishes. So I just think that that's a fun story, right?
Mm-hmm. That might have been where the whole, you know, conspiracy theory of that he was an informant for the FBI, you know, probably came from. I would assume. I mean, that's one of the.
Did you see the video on the same guy there, Sonny, his friend? He was talking about Elvis made a joke about pretending to get shot or something, somebody to get killed. And
that
was strange. He said he was cuckoo like that, you know, like, so they made this thing up and
yes, that's what it is, Murray. Thank you, the National Archives. Yeah, I've seen that one, Ron, where he tells the story where it was apparently Elvis was a big prankster, and they got all the guns and put blanks in them, and Elvis had all these people around, and two of his guys came around from different corners and went like, it's a stick up, and like bang bang, and they all fell down dead. And then one of the guys like didn't know that it was a prank and picked up the gun and went to shoot, and like nothing happened, and they all cracked up laughing, and like that's the story.
That's messed up.
Well, I mean, you know, here's the thing, right? I've often thought we hear about these stars, and when I say stars, I mean people like Michael Jackson, like on that level, right? Michael Jackson, Madonna, you know, those people on that kind of level. I mean, they can't leave their home. They can't do anything, right? They don't know who to trust. What else is there to do? Like, seriously, what else is there to do? But I mean, you know, you create this like little fantasy world for yourself, and all these people just do whatever you say. And I mean, I'm not saying I support it. I'm saying I get it. from
Yeah.
that
Or
aspect.
that time he went out and bought a bunch of Cadillacs.
Bye, Diana. Love you. Thank you for
He
being
bought,
here.
he
my
bought a
friend.
bunch of Cadillacs. He ordered a bunch of Cadillacs and he handed the keys to Sonny
Yep.
for a Cadillac. It's yours. He said, no, I don't want it and things like that.
Yep.
But eventually,
Yep. God, this light is bright. Yeah, it's really, really cool story. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, does anybody else have their favorite birthday story that they want to share? Or anything else that you care to talk about?
I'll tell an Elvis story.
Do it.
Because
Yes.
I don't remember any birthday stories. That when you were just talking about Elvis, I remembered when I must have been 6 years old. And my older sister and I, who was 8 at the time, we lived in a small town and we walked downtown, which was, half a mile or so at night to go to the movie theater. So this was a long time. And in my small town, there was actually a movie theater to watch Elvis Presley in It Happened at the World's Fair.
Right.
And it was just, it was so good because there was a little girl about my age in it. And I just fell in love with him there. And we got, I think we'd had an Elvis album that we were, playing all the time. And then she said the next day, we have to go again because tonight is the last night it's going to be at this movie theater. And once it's gone, we'll never, ever be able to see it again in our whole lives. So,
Oh, wow.
No pressure.
So we did. Yeah. And to me right now, I think about, okay, that says something about you let a 6 and an 8-year-old walk, half a mile to 3/4 of a mile at night by themselves.
At night.
Yeah.
with a couple of dimes in their hand and go to the movies themselves. Yeah. It was kind of a different world, but it was fun.
Different times.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Anybody did anybody see Elvis live?
No, I wasn't old enough, but I've been to his house. I've been to his plane. I've been to his bus.
Wow.
You are a super fan.
Aren't I though?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, sorry. I got like a phone light staring me right in the eyeballs. I can't actually see what I'm doing. Well, we went on a trip to California. You guys have heard that story, right? And that was one of the things that we did on our way coming back was we went to Graceland, got the tour of the house, went through the plane, went through the bus, went through the whole, museum and the gift shop and the whole bit. It was like a thing for my dad, and he was totally fanning out. It was awesome, and I have to say that being in that environment, it was when I realized what a huge impact he had, and I mean, like you walk through. There was like a fitness club or something, a racquetball club that he had made, partial studio lounge kind of area. And they turned that into like a mini museum. So going down the halls are all the gold records and platinum records and all that. It's all of his jumpsuits and trinkets and all these kinds of things. And the sheer amount of stuff that's in there is phenomenal. In the plane, in the bus, they have things that are sitting on like the sides of the walls or whatever, where they found money and, they have like a secret little compartments that they found and, his shoes and guitar picks, like silly things like that. But it's the amount of stuff. The amount of stuff is when you realize that the impact that this man had. And here's something that I didn't know. When he was doing those Las Vegas dates, he was doing 7 shows a week. Like 7 days, 6 days a week, 7 shows, twice on a Sunday. I think he had like Monday off or something. And they are saying that was part of the reason. Like he wouldn't have lived a long life because apparently he had health issues. But he would have lived longer if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, and the drinking of course.
Tracy! Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi, Tracy.
I don't know how to do this.
Hi, Tracy.
Well, hi. Oh, you can see me. Okay, there I am.
You're here, my love. You're here.
On TV.
Oh my goodness.
There's
What
nothing
did
wrong with
you
it. Leave it, honey.
Happy birthday, Kelly.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We're having lots of fun. Do you know everybody here?
I do.
Okay.
Nice
Everybody
to see
say
you.
hi to Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi,
Tracy.
Tracy.
Nice to see you all.
So
Hey,
we're just
Kelly, I
we're
think
just
I'm gonna
talking
go.
smack and telling stories.
Oh,
Okay,
are
I
honey.
think I'm gonna go
You're not
because
live?
it's
Are
breaking
you
up
live?
on my end, and so I think it might
Okay,
be something
honey.
on my end. So happy birthday! Thank you for having me, and
Thank you,
I'll
darling.
see
I appreciate
everybody on
you.
the flip side. Same here.
All right.
Nice.
Bye, Heather. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Blessings.
Let's talk about Heather now. Let's talk about Heather now.
Yeah, the minute that she's
Oh,
gone.
she's still here. Oh, sorry.
Oh, she's not going to leave
Sorry.
now. She
You're
wants to
so
hear.
bad.
You guys
I
live?
tell you, girl, let me teach you a few things about you as a
Girl.
fan, okay?
Hey, I'm
Because,
learning from the best.
yes, it's not any fun talking about you if you're not here.
Oh well, your problem, not mine.
We
Bye,
love you,
everybody.
Heather. Have a good
Yeah.
night.
I was
Thank you
just-
for being
You
here, my
too.
friend.
Terry
Bye.
Suzuki has hair glowing out
Yeah,
all
hair
of a sudden.
going behind
It's like,
your ear.
what?
Oh, my granddaughters are over here. The reason I was a tiny bit late is we just got out of water balloon baseball in the cul-de-sac, and so
Nice.
I'm a little wild. She's trying to pretend her hair's my hair.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, that's a fun memory.
That sounds like a hoot. Yeah. Karen says in the chat, so okay. So I met Elvis' first manager, a man named Guy. Can't pronounce his last name. Coolest looking dude, very classy. Elvis fired him after the Ed Sullivan show. He had been arrested for swinging his hips. They were talking up on top of the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, and Elvis asked his opinion. Do you think my dancing is bad? He said he thought when there were little girls, there maybe the thrusting was too much. He fired him the next day.
Wow.
Interesting. Hi, Wendy. Thank you for being
Hi,
here.
Wendy.
So
Hey,
Tracy, we're just shooting the crap and talking and telling them
that's
crazy
good.
stories. We were trying to talk about our favorite birthday stories, and I just want to quickly say to everyone in the chat, whether you know the story or you don't, or the people on the screen. So I have a funny story about Tracy.
Yeah.
It's probably not funny to Tracy, but I mean, I am totally outing myself how weird I am. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi,
See
Chrissy.
you in a minute.
So, I see Tracy, in the chats. This is when I'm in the chat. I don't have a channel yet. And all of a sudden it dawns on me that I know someone named Tracy Ralph, because I'm old and it takes me a while to clue in. And, she's always so nice and always saying hi and, very sweet, very, very supportive of me. And, like everywhere I go, she's like, hi, Kelly. You know what I mean? Like just that kind of loving energy. And so I have decided that I know her. And know her, and then I find out that she lives in Canada. I'm like, for sure she is who I think she is. So I had like a girlfriend in high school, and then she, I start my channel and Tracy's right there being very supportive again, and I'm like, I don't want to ask her, like, do I know you? That seems a little like stocky, weird, right? So I just like lurk around the background saying I know you. So she starts her channel and I go to her channel because I'm all excited because now I'm going to see if this is the person that I think it is. And I look at her and I'm like, it could be. I mean, it was like 40 years ago, right? Like it could be. I don't know. So I invite Tracy on the channel and I have to I totally ask her, like, are you my friend from high school? It's so stupid.
Well, nobody could blame you for that, though. I mean, they have the same name and we're almost the same age. And
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah. And Tracy's like, no, I don't know you. I wouldn't own it either, Tracy. If I were you, I would have said the same thing. I'm like, no, I don't know you at all, girl. Oh my God. Anyways, that's my funny story about Tracy. And
I'm
my
not
point
her old
is,
friend, but I'm her new friend.
yes, she's my new friend, and I want to say that you were very cool about that because I don't, some people might feel like I was stalking them or something. You were
Oh
very
no,
cool.
no. That's just funny.
I love it. I love
I
it.
can
It's
see how
just
that
like
would happen.
Yeah.
I'm hanging around the back. I'm hovering at your lives. I think I know you. I'm going to invite you on my channel. I'm just going to, and then I'm going to ask you face to face, and then that way it's just
Yeah, it's like,
weird the whole live.
do I know you?
Do I know you?
I know it was a little weird. I appreciate you being very cool about it. I have to say. I mean, she still comes back and she's here for my birthday, so that means that
It's Tracy. Of course, she's going to be cool about it. Hello.
Yeah,
Exactly, right?
Exactly.
exactly.
I put my shades on, but I don't have them with me.
It's all good. It's all good. So
Okay,
now
Kelly.
we have 3 Canadians in the house.
Ron,
Just
say
saying,
hi,
we are
Ron.
representing. Tracy, do you know everyone here? You know Jay.
I know. I've watched their shows. Have I been introduced? No, but I do.
Okay, so this is Tracy Ralph. Tracy Ralph has her own channel as well. This is Jay Herc 213.
Hi, Jay.
Ron is
Well,
sitting
Jay
next
and
to
I have
him.
been on the night shows on Instagram a couple times at the same time. So, yeah.
Below Ron is Wisdom Seeker Joan. To Joan's left is Ivana Intuitive. Then we have Tiro Stash. Underneath Tiro
Everybody
Stash.
knows Gerald.
Yeah, everybody knows Gerald. See that? Underneath Gerald is Terry from Kigaru Tarot.
Hi, Terry.
And on the other side of you is Angela, which is Cartomancy
Hi,
Mesquite.
Angela. You all got great programs. Love watching you all.
Well, thank you.
Aw.
Thank you.
Well, and I have to say, everybody here probably agrees with me, and if you don't, keep it to yourself. You know, our shows are great because of people in the chat.
Yes.
Yes.
And the way they engage.
Yes.
So I
Yes,
think it's
that's
cool.
true. That's true. They play a big
Without
role.
the sport, you wouldn't have a channel.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for
Just
them.
sitting there staring at a camera, talking away blindly. Nobody there listening.
Yeah. I want to
Well, I've
say
done that.
hi to Chrissy from Footprint Tarot, who's in the chat saying happy birthday, and I appreciate you coming all the way from tomorrow. So thank you, Chrissy, for being here and saying happy birthday.
She came from Australia.
Please
All
do
the way
go
from
check out
Australia.
all of these wonderful people on the screen. I will make sure to put the links for everyone who joined us in the description box when the video is over. But everyone here has a channel. Everyone needs support. As you just said, Gerald, that's how we do this, right? I want to say thank you. Well, I have everyone. I just hit a little milestone. I just passed over 300 subscribers. So
Great
thank you
job,
for
Kelly.
that.
Awesome.
Not surprised. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you.
Because here's the thing about the subscriptions, right? There are days when I say to myself, like, I can't believe that 300 people want to listen to me about anything, that 300 people want to support me. And I don't mean that in a way like I'm dumbfounded by it, but it feels very overwhelming in a good, positive way, right? The fact, 300 people, that's a lot of people, that's not like,
Just wait until it gets to 2,000.
right?
Come on, slow down, girl. Do not make me get my, don't make me get Tarot Sachet out and have a word with
I won't.
you.
I won't. I don't
Because
want
that's not going to be pretty. But I'm thinking everybody here in chat is thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Stop using limiting language. Instead, be appreciative. I'm grateful. Look, she's going, God, Gerald.
No, I'm
stop it.
actually shooing a mosquito away from my mouth.
Instead, say, I'm really grateful that 300 people are willing to spend time.
Yeah. Well, that's
me.
where I was going with it. Like, I feel overwhelmed by it because when I think about that, it kind of blows my mind.
This is why people don't want me to come on their channels, because I just go and I'm like,
well, no, but Gerald, listen,
Kelly,
I
you
love
have
you,
done-
and I like that you're honest. I want to say though that to Gerald's point, right? You allow yourself to go down that rabbit hole and think, why do 300 people want to listen to me? What do I have to offer? All those old habits are still there. All those old mindsets can be, they can come up real fast. And then you sit there, and if you put yourself in the right mindset, like Gerald just said, and you're like, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then just allow yourself to bask in the glory of that. It's just amazing to me when I think about what you all have done for me, whether you realize it or you don't realize it, right? Each of the subscribers, each of the readers that I've collaborated with, you have each played a significant role in me landing to this moment in time, which is the first time, like, honestly, like the first time in 10 years, I actually feel like I have a reason to celebrate my birthday. You know, I actually have something to look forward to. And it's all because of each and every one of you and you know, the little or the big or the medium part that you played in that process. And I'm like almost like stunned almost. Do you know what I mean? Like, not in a bad way. I'm almost just like, I can't quite believe it.
So
I'll
Kelly,
believe it tomorrow when
you
57
get
hits
what
it.
you give, and you give plenty. There's a lot
Thank
of
you, Tracy.
need out there for good friends, for good talks, for good.
Yeah.
You bring a lot of good tools for people to try and to use. There's just
I'm sorry, Tracy. I'm laughing. Karen said, start each video by twirling your baton and see your subscribers double.
Yes.
There we go. That's the way to do it.
Get that fire
Well,
baton thing going
Aaron
again.
knows it's,
There you go.
Oh my God, right?
So our I'm going to be bossy for a minute because
Of
Jeffrey's
course.
going to be on his way home for a late dinner. He's bringing
Okay.
Chinese food, and while I
Woo!
enjoy Chinese food leftovers, which are like completely awesome,
They are the best.
he's bringing home fried tofu, and I want the tofu hot because fried tofu cold is not as exciting. So when are we going to like do readings or something for Kelly for her
Do
birthday?
it now.
Because I have card spread. Does that bother anybody?
No, go for it.
Angela's having a problem with her internet, or she's just trying to make a grand entrance. She wants to come back with all of her cards. I don't know.
All right, and everybody is welcome to join in. But I'm using the light seers because let's face it, if anything has happened to Kelly over the year, she is starting to appreciate her own light.
Yes.
And other people are seeing it. So there we
Thank
go.
you, my friend. That's very sweet. And thank you, Heather, for putting everyone's links in.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
So the first card that I got is the Seven of Wands. And here's something, and I want to actually read what it says.
Okay.
Because I need you to hear this.
Okay.
I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world.
Done.
Wow.
So, it's me, so you're going to get, girl, stop overthinking it, the Eight of Swords. Stop overthinking it. Some of the limitations that you put on yourself aren't actually limitations. They're the way you've been thinking.
Yep.
And let's cut you some credit. You have limited the way you've been thinking. You put it in check. I hear it. Other people hear it. You talk about it. You use it as an example from your own experience of how to be different moving forward. And so that's great. Now, I got the Six of Pentacles because guess what? What you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back.
Yes.
Threefold in my philosophy, at least. And I actually think, downloading. I actually think that what happens is you have been proving to the universe this last year of how you handle different situations.
Yep.
So therefore, the universe knows if I give you something, the universe knows what to do with it and how to share it.
Yeah.
Because if all you're doing is hoarding it, that ain't resources are energy, and if you're sharing the energy, it actually moves forward.
Right.
So
that's a great way of putting it, Gerald. I love that.
Yes. And the bottom of the deck energy, or how do you say that? What do you call the bottom of the deck?
It's the overlying energy.
Okay, the overlying energy, if anybody, it's the Magician.
Nice.
Come on. I mean, do we really need to say anything? Because I will.
Nice.
I can do. Do you want me to do my best magician imitation? Here we go. I look just like the card. That's my best.
I think the thing with the Magician here, in particularly this card, is You are part of the universe that you are creating. What you are creating is part of you. One, there is no beginning and there is no end. It is
Right.
important for you to understand that. You are everything you need and you are nothing that you need, and you're everything already within you. You're
Right.
learning how to use the tools, and as you grow and expand, you get additional skills.
True that. Thank you,
Do
Jill.
not discount the previous experience.
No, all of those, I mean, all that scar tissue, all those wounds, all those lessons learned, you can't pretend that they didn't happen, because they brought you to a certain point, right? They made you
Yep.
what you are, good, bad, or otherwise. And
Yep.
I am a firm believer that those lessons do ultimately make you stronger. Once you get past the pain of them, if they caused you pain, right?
Well, and I will add to that. Sometimes there will always be pain. It's what
Yes,
you do with it and how you cope with it.
exactly. Yeah,
Do
coping
you do you
is the
yeah, do
ticket.
you transform the pain or not?
Yeah.
That was good.
Okay, I'm done.
Excellent.
Good
Whoever
try.
wants
For
to
now.
go next. Do you want to?
I'm
I have
ready.
never read cards before, so this is new for me completely.
Beautiful.
I'm not
We'll
any
help.
good
We'll
at it.
help.
Anyway, I pulled four. I didn't mean to pull four. Four fell out, Kelly. So
Woohoo!
first one was on manifesting. So it was funny when you pulled that hood over and whatnot. So this says here, you're creating your life based on intentions you send out to the universe. Just what Gerald was just saying. What you put out there, you get back. So don't be surprised that you have 300 followers and you're going to have many, many more. So that's how I see that. Onward and upward, Kelly. Let go of the past so you can be present and create the future you desire. So, what you were just talking about too, with all the lessons, life lessons and stuff like that, has brought you to where you are today and whatnot. And you've learned well. You have
Yes.
a lot of wisdom and you have a lot to share.
Thank you, my friend. And by the way, I love that duck. I have it too. Isn't it great?
I just got it yesterday.
It's
I have
fantastic.
And then the next one is your divine timing. What you're working on now is divinely guided. So you're being supported all the way around. This is no mistake that you're here doing all of this. It's no
That's gonna
mistake.
make me cry.
No, that's the truth. And inner guidance was the last one. Like I said, there was four that fell out. So it is time for you to pay attention and listen to the guidance of your soul. So
Yeah.
you're doing your soul's work. When you're doing stuff that you truly believe in and you love and you know something about, you're authentic, you can only give. And so it's coming from a place from above and all around. So, Kelly, it's no wonder to me that you've got 300 subscribers
Well,
and many
thank
more
you,
to come.
Tracy.
So,
I love you. Thank you. That was very sweet.
you're very welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sweating now. I need a fan.
Uh-oh.
The card before.
You did a great job.
Well done.
Thank you.
Can I go? I
Please
just
do.
drew a single card from 3 decks, and of course the first is from my feathers deck, and
Of
it's
course.
from the Osprey. Your success is now at hand. Allow abundance to flow to you effortlessly. And I like that. You've kind of laid the foundation, and now it's all just going to flow. And this sort of speaks to it too, about the core, because you are so strong. You have such a strong core, and it is radiating out to other people. So your strength, people see it and relate and respond to it. And so it's like you've helped yourself, but you've helped so many others by being yourself. And then my favorite is the what is this? This is the 6 of Wands, the victory card. You're riding in to a really good period of your life. So yeah, mount up.
Woo! We like that card.
Yep.
Yeah. In the Light Seers deck, when you pull the 6 of Wands, one of the things that I really like about that deck is the image on that card. The girl is standing with her back to the front of the card. The spotlight is on her, and she's got her hands up. Right, and it's about your self-esteem and the recognition and the being seen. Right, that I think that when I see that card, that card speaks to me because for the last 10 years, I'm going to start.
Oh,
There
beautiful.
you go. Not
That's
to like
great.
go off on a tangent and start crying like a fool, but you
It's your
know,
party. You do what you want.
well, I was talking a lot and nobody was hearing me. I felt, right? I would try to explain why I felt a certain way, or I was trying to explain why this hurt me, or trying to explain in a specific memory, if I may share, not to send the party on a downward spiral, but this is the truth. I felt like I needed someone to speak to, like a medical therapist or whatever. And for me to admit that I needed help was huge step. For anyone to admit that they need that kind of help, it's difficult. It's not easy to come to that conclusion. So I went to the doctor and I told the doctor that I felt I needed someone to speak to, and then I had to wait 2 months to have that appointment. And then I went and I had my appointment where I speak to a clinical nurse who is asking me all kinds of questions. And I was there for 2.5 hours, tears pouring down my face, claustrophobic because I was locked in like this little room in the basement with no window. And when I walked out of there, I felt a sense of relief because it's not easy sharing your whole story all over again, right? This is like 7.5, 8 year mark. Like I should be over it right now. And the reason why I did that was it was like an interview. She had to assess whether I was needing assistance. And I walked out of there and I tried to congratulate myself for, being raw, being authentic, telling my story, and for, requesting the help. Wait another month for the report to come back, go into the doctor's office, and they're like, yeah, no, here's a prescription though. Here's some pills.
Wow.
They didn't think that I needed anyone to talk to. And so when I see that Six of Wands and I see her up there and I think about the recognition and the being heard, the being seen, that card really speaks to me. So it's really interesting that you pulled that.
That's great.
Because it's really, really, really important to me that everyone that comes to my channel understands how important it is to be heard, and that I understand the importance of being heard. Even though I talk over top of everybody, I still know how to listen. Is where I was going with that. So thank you, Joan. That was beautiful.
Great. Meant for you.
Stand in your energy, Kelly.
Yeah.
I pulled the same card.
Oh,
Yeah?
did you?
Yeah, I love that.
I pulled the Six of Wands. That
Wow.
was my first card that came out.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
So it's like you're shining your own light.
Beautiful.
It's like I would say you're born again.
Thank you, Jerome. That's beautiful. Just
And-
checking for bugs in my pop.
I pulled 4 cards. The next card I got was the Queen of Pentacles, which is you, which your ideas, your new ideas, you're growing. There's new growth, as you can see, and you have Pentacles right here, which is abundance. The abundance of people that surround you, the abundance of support, and you give a lot to others, and you receive what you give out.
Thank
Next card I got is the Justice card, which this person is looking at themselves. The mirror work, you're doing that, okay?
Yep.
And balance the energies out, because she's holding the sword with 2 balances on it. The next card I got, the last one, is the seeds that you planted are ready to be harvested. So that's it. So that's what I got for you.
Yep.
Thank
And
you.
happy birthday again. So.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
It was. Like, I can't see because I'm crying, but I appreciate you very much. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Gertrude, by the way, for sharing that. That was really, really powerful what you shared in the chat.
Yeah.
If I can see it, Gertrude said, I had an interesting way to deal with extreme self-hatred. I sat on the floor, willed myself to shatter into pieces like a mirror, then gathered the pieces up, got up, and walked out stronger.
I got chills.
Wow.
I have to get Gertrude to come and visit me on an Achieving Wellness. Let's have a chat, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do collaborate with her in August. We just didn't fix the date yet, but I think maybe next week, if she can, I'll have her on my hand.
Awesome. Do you want to? Oh, Terry's talking. Whoever wants to go next, go for it. Yeah, go for it,
Okay,
Terry.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, honey.
Muted,
There, I'm
There
unmuted.
you are.
Sorry. My daughter has arrived and I gotta go with her in a minute. But I was using the Priestesses of Light deck, and I pulled for you hidden knowledge. And I think that you still have a ton of hidden knowledge to help tell us about wellness and growth and living. It says Akashic Records, Silent Understanding. And you can see she's really staring hard with her links tap on. Amazing. But then I pulled a Healing Angels card for you real quick. And it says Imagine, which is just like the same message you keep getting. Clearly visualize the life you want, feel it in your heart and soul, and it will come to be.
Absolutely. Thank you, Terry. That was really, really special. I appreciate that. It's not lost on me that woman had like little cat ears, because I'm a Leo, right? It's all good. I love the cat. I love the Leo. And I have that. Well, I used to have it on my positivity board, until my cat ate all my positive messages, but that's a whole other story. I have to replace those soon. But I had on there, be what you want to see. And that Imagine spoke to me about that. Oh, hi, puppy.
Yeah, this is Mia.
Hi, Mia.
My dog came at the same time, so I thought you could see mine. I was thinking, boy, it's got a good camera.
Hi, Andrea. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate you popping in and spending time with us, and I can't wait. Terry's coming in September. We've finally been able to nail down a date, so I can't wait for you to come and share some space with me.
Good to be in the same space with you, Terry.
Yes.
Isn't she lovely? She's wonderful.
And get to see everybody. That's lovely. And happy birthday. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to go get a milkshake now.
Woohoo!
My birthday.
I love it. I love it.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday again, Terry.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, Terry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea, for your lovely message. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for being here. All right, who's next? And sorry about all the noise. You'd think I lived in a bustling city, right?
I had
You'd think
Terry
I lived in a
and
bustling city. I live in the middle of nowhere. We don't even have a traffic light in our town where we live, and listen to all the noise.
I just had Terry last week. Last Saturday, I had Terry and Spiritual Whisper Mark.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I popped in for a minute.
That was a
Hi, Lori.
good collaboration with them.
Oh, it's Lori's birthday today too. Happy birthday, Lori!
Happy birthday,
my
Lori!
God.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Lori!
Thank you for being here on your birthday. That's very special. I appreciate you, my friend. Fellow Leo, shout out. All right, who's next?
Me.
You want to go? Go.
Yeah, I pulled one from the Empath's Empowerment deck, and I pulled Be a Comfort to Yourself. Comfort is an inside job. Speak to yourself in a loving, positive way. Do something that nourishes you. Know in this moment all is well. I think I hear that come out of your mouth about once every show, don't I?
Pretty much. Yeah, I pulled that card yesterday.
Yep.
Yep, I did.
That's a wise card.
It is a wise card. You know what? In considering what I was just saying about the being heard, I think that card speaks to me because I did that in my own way, probably not in the right way all the times, but I did try to do that, which is what led me to my isolation. And now, even though I'm still isolating, which we're working on, that's why I bought the baton, was to get me outside, to get me some exercise, to build up my stamina and my energy, because literally I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything, I have no energy whatsoever. So that's what that's about, to work on that so that I can start to leave the house. The goal is October, go get the teeth fixed, because I want to spend Christmas with my family. I want to be able to take photographs, and I want to have my life back. And so that card really speaks to me, because I know that in those moments I'm going to have to comfort myself to be able to motivate myself and bring that strength out, right? So thank you. That speaks to me.
You'll have to take some walks with you, Kelly. You'll have to take video it.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
I want
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have to go.
Oh,
Jeffrey's
thank you,
home
Gerald.
with dinner. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for
Wonderful
being
to
here,
meet
Gerald. It
you.
was nice meeting you.
All right. Take care.
Good to
Thank
Happy
see
you,
you, Gerald.
birthday.
Thank you.
All right.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Kelly, I
He's
just
so
wanted to
sweet.
say, the more you speak, the more you share with other people.
Mhm.
What happens is that you're helping people with your own story, whatever you went through, and at the same time you're healing yourself because you're releasing.
Yes, absolutely.
And everybody else in the chat is also sharing or can have the same
Yeah.
story as you or whatever.
Or
So we're-
relate in some way. Yeah.
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 A lot of
I
healing
think that it's sad to me that so many people are so hurt and so wounded, have so much baggage and pain. But it is also very empowering to sit here on this side and see somebody start to open up and start to share and take in that information, whether it's me or just someone else in the chat. It could be in a totally different channel. It doesn't even have to be, it's not even about me. It's just watching that person start to, because I remember that moment when that started to happen to me. I remember when I started to like hear things for the first time and take that information in. And it's just a really beautiful thing to witness and to watch. And that's the only reason why I'm doing this, is because I like, it worked. It's working. And because I seen it work, and because I feel it working, I want to be able to be a part of that. I mean, listen, if I do nothing else in my life, that's a beautiful thing to say that I was a part of. You
I
know,
think
I
that-
was a
I
part of it.
remember. I remember that night you were on. I think it was Lisa's birthday.
Yeah.
You were there. I was there. I saw you express yourself and all this.
Yeah.
And I
And I was a
saw.
mess.
Yeah, I told you you were like
I
a
was-
flower. You're gonna go.
Yeah.
Open right up, and that's exactly what happened too. I tell you.
Yeah, it was a beautiful experience. You know, I was in my pajamas. And I don't even know what made me say yes. Like, I don't even know how I landed on the screen, really. There was no thought in my mind, and I'm not really a fly by my seat of the pants kind of chick. But anyways, there you have it. All right, who wants to go next? I'm twirling my.
I will go next.
You do.
I
Go
I
for
have
it, Ivana.
these earpad things. I don't know what they're called. They're losing power, so I might have to.
Oh, your
lose, but I'm
earbuds, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, these things.
Earbuds?
The first card I got was the Five of Earth. Lack, worry, and assistance. This is you walking in and getting all the assistance with this angel here ready to help you, right?
Yeah.
And then you go into the Three of Earth. Talent, recognition, collaboration. You all this beautiful skills you're learning and that you have learned, and you start to really focus on building your channel and building your YouTube channel and all the wellness that you provide to everyone. Which, by the way, I want to say, still an angel in both of these cards. Angels behind you in this card. Although this is the Three of Air, it says sorrow, forgiveness, healing. This is the healing that you are, just helping so many people heal as you move forward. And again, the angels. Here you are now at the Seven of Earth. Yet again, another angel. This says investment, assessment, and patience. This is trimming out, nurturing the branches and things that are working for you, also, but then trimming out things that aren't, but still growing. Nonetheless, another angel. Every single one of these cards has an angel behind you, protecting you, guiding you.
Aww.
And then the last card, the Sun card.
Yes.
Success, recognition, enthusiasm, right?
Leo
I mean,
card,
when I
yeah.
pulled this, it was like a chronological thing for me, is how I looked at it. But yeah, without you, I wouldn't be here, and I wish you much
Ivana.
continued success, and you deserve every good thing.
What
Thank
a
you
sweet
so
thing to
much.
say. Thank you. I love you.
It's beautiful. Excuse me for leaving. I thought it was a little too much ambience. I started smelling the smoke of the campfire, And then I realized, oh, it's my neighbors, and I have to go close my windows. Their campfire or their fire pit is really close to the house.
You were thinking,
I have
wow,
the
this
same
is a
issue.
really,
I know the
this is a
feeling.
really powerful stream.
Yeah. Is this a new psychic sense of mine?
Joan has developed smell a stream or smell
Yes,
vision.
yes.
Joan, thank you so much for being here. Everybody who's here, please do go check out Wisdom Seeker Joan. Joan will be with me Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time for some mediumship and card readings. And I love you very much. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me. Thank you.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, she does amazing readings.
She absolutely does.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's something fun.
We love you, Joan. Thank you for being here.
Thank
It's very nice meeting you.
Okay.
Yeah, nice meeting you, Joe.
Bye. So sweet. Okay. All right. I'm drying my tears. Go for it, Jake. Good God. I'm gonna come on Sunday and you won't be able to see my eyeballs because I'll be like, yep, they're closed shut from crying.
Okay. And so, Kelly, I pulled 2 cards for you. One from the Goddesses and Sirens deck, and the other one is from the Gods and Titans deck, from the Divine Feminine and Masculine Energies for your birthday.
Nice.
And this year, you got some really interesting cards too, especially for your birthday, Kelly. And just like the first one I'm going to share for you too is all about healing. So for you also for today too, since you mentioned that, you're just going through those challenges, just really take the time for yourself to fill your own cup, to really just do stuff that really just fills you up, helps you heal. Where it could be just watching your favorite movie, eating your favorite snacks on your special day also, when it comes to healing, just really integrating that kind of message into your entire being, to your heart, to your body, to your mind, etc. And just, to help you taking action with that, Kelly. And I got the interesting message. I got Aries, and this means the god of war, but just breaking down this message about engaging in that kind of activities is to help you to fill your own cup. So basically with these 2 messages together, Kelly, is just to really, doing anything that just helps you fill your own cup and just really engage in that. And just, whether it be watching your favorite shows, spending time with your hubby, anything to just really, taking the time for yourself, allow yourself to
twirling my baton.
Yeah, with your baton. That's like at the Aries. So you got your whoop-ass stick basically too.
That's it. Yeah, I love it.
Too. Yeah, Aries popped up. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Why did Aries pop up for Kelly? I was like, huh. And I was like, ooh, war. I was like, ooh. But just breaking down.
He's a fire sign.
Action, engagement. Just really taking the time for yourself to really be filled, with love. Allow yourself to heal and engage with things that help you. Basically, these 2 cards together. So hopefully that resonated for you.
It absolutely does. I want to, first of all, thank you, Jay. I love you dearly. I hope
love
you
too.
know how much I love you.
And I just want to say to you, Kelly, you're the most consistent person I've ever seen. Because
sweetie, thank you.
And you don't give up. You just always keep moving forward with like the challenges coming your way. You always come out on top. So just like, for you also, just when it comes to engagement, never give up on your dreams also. And just, continue to be who you are. You're always amazing. I always love supporting you. And I always have fun doing readings with you too. Because, if I draw all my cards from my deck, and that's the most coolest thing ever.
Is it not? we do have fun reads together. Jay, I thank you very much. I love you dearly. And I hope that you know how much I love you. We have had so many great moments and great talks backstage, and who would have thunk that a young, good-looking guy like Jay, who's as sweet as can be, and an old fart like me could have something in common, but we do, And what's interesting about that card is if you put that card up. So Aries is a fire energy, and I am a fire energy.
Mm-hmm.
He is holding a wand of sorts in his hand, and a wand reminds me of a baton, and batons came from the drum major that sets the tone, sets the pace. So there's just a little food for thought when it comes to fire energies and wands. Whenever I see a wand, that's the first thing I think of is the drum major sets the pace, sets the tone. And I always think about that because that's how my childhood, sport and love came to be, because of a wand. So thank you.
I want one.
Am I the only one who's noticed? But it looks like Kelly's
you
sitting
take it
there
back or
with
what?
violet flame with around her, the way the
Yeah.
violet is just like
Yeah, that's like at the
There
end.
is a
yeah,
violet
and
one.
spirit.
Fiery. Oof.
This is so beautiful and love all
Right.
around her. You look
Oh,
like you're seeing
thank
with
you.
the way the camera's going, like a violet flame.
Well, you know what? Yesterday, so you all know my 11/11 story, right? And yesterday I seen 11/11 like 4 times. Twice my niece and my sister texted me at 11/11, like once in the morning, once in the evening. I seen it. I mentioned it on air. I seen it the day before. I mentioned it on air.
Your mom's saying happy birthday, eh?
Absolutely, my mom's saying happy birthday, and you know,
sharing that moment.
Yeah, doesn't get much better, right?
Right. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what's really
I
funny?
think it was yesterday.
Speaking of my mother and
4 ones together. 4.
Oh, really?
I saw 4 ones. Yeah, yesterday.
Cool. I do want to share this. This is funny. I'm not going to tell the story of my birth because, like, that's gross. Nobody cares. But when I would every year on our birthday, my mom would like tell the story of our birth. You know, not all the gory details, but the fact that, like, oh my God, we had to call the doctor and like the whole bit. And I think that's funny. Here comes the cake. There's no candle in the cake, so you might not be able to see the damn cake.
Well, you can light it with the fire there.
Did you? You didn't get it?
I don't think it'll light round. It'll probably just melt.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know that you're going to be able to see the damn cake, but
Oh yeah. Looks
Oh.
good.
Oh, there we go.
That's
Very
right.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
so because it's my birthday, I can do this.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you take your
Say
whole
cake,
hand.
and
And
here
take
comes my cat.
Who wants ice cream cake?
My
We'll try
cat.
We'll try to keep it cool. Oh my God, that was so good. So of course, you know, I got purple roses or
I
purple
see
flowers
that.
on it. Of course.
I got to tell you, Kelly.
I have a special. I have a special with the 11th also, August, because I have
Yes.
somebody on the other side.
Yes, I remember you
Who's
shared
on
that
the
with me,
side.
Ron.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Tracy?
I forget. I'm an airhead. I'm an Aquarius, you
Sorry.
guys. Give me a break. I'm always forgetting what I was saying.
So
I'm
you're an Aquarius?
too.
Mhm.
So that's
am I.
interesting. So because I'm an Aquarius moon.
Aquarius
And right
sun.
now, the moon is in Aquarius, and we've just come. We're still in Leo season, but we've just come out of the Leo sun, right?
Yeah.
So what's happening is right now, my planets are completely opposite of each other.
Yeah.
You know, hello,
Yeah.
because I don't have enough issues now. I'm like polar opposite of myself or something. I don't know. But I was saying earlier that Diana, oil painter, was kind enough because she has my chart from our astrology class, and so she texted me, you know, basically like everything's fine, like you don't need to worry. And I was like, thank you, because everybody's been talking about all this like profound and deep and hard energy that's coming at us. I was kind of freaking out. I was like, don't ruin my birthday. You know what I mean? Like, do I need to hide? But anyway, I just think that's interesting. I didn't know you were an Aquarius.
I remembered what I was going to say. When you brought out your cake there, my
Yeah.
husband, he's the traditional one in the house. He remembers all dates, everything. My birthday came this one year and he forgot it. So I made fun of that. I went to Tags, I ordered a cake, and I had it put on there, happy birthday to me from me. And I had
Nice.
it put on the table for when he came home for supper. This is like, we had a good giggle about that one.
Well, I have a funny story, not about a birthday, but about an anniversary. And something happened the other day, and I'll have to ask Mark, so he'll remind me. Which is why I remember the story. So on my birthday, he came in and he said something to me, and I said, "Are you trying to kill me again like you did on our anniversary?" And so here's my anniversary story. So Mark got, you know, it was work day. Mark went to work, and I got up and I went in the kitchen. I put the kettle on. I made myself a cup of tea, and I took a sip, and I was like, "Oh, it tastes funny." It's like the milk was almost bad, but not quite. So I poured it out. I made another cup of tea, and I took a sip, and I was like, "I don't know. It just doesn't taste right at all. Like it tastes like nasty." I made another cup of tea and I just like looked at it. I was like, I can't, right? My stomach was all gurgly, you know, because then my mind goes crazy and I have a fear of being sick. It's like a whole thing. I was like off on a tangent, right? So I text Mark and I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, I think I need a new kettle and, you know, the milk's gone bad. You're going to bring the milk home. And he's like, you use the kettle? And I'm like, yeah, that's how you make a tea. And he's like, uh-oh. And I'm like, what? What is the uh-oh? And he's like, I cleaned it with TLC last night and I didn't rinse it out.
Oh, no.
So then, of course, you know, I took to Facebook and I'm like, yeah, happy anniversary. And my husband tried to off me this morning. That was lovely.
Poor Mark.
And so, poor Mark, what about me? I'm the one who drank this shit. So anyway, I don't know, something happened the other day and he came in and I said to him, I said, like, you know, whatever he was giving me, a drink or whatever. And I'm like, are you trying to kill me? Is this safe? And he was like, wow. That's my story. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's the only time in 18 years he's tried to kill me. So I suppose one time, you know, we'll let it go.
That's not bad.
Just one time.
That's a good average.
It is a good average, right? My ex-husband wanted to off me like every other day, so which is why he's an ex-husband. So when you think about it, I think it's a pretty good average. Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly. All right, I'm getting my ice cream cake. Woohoo!
Go to milk.
So we gotta sing?
You better check it first.
You gotta sing. You gotta sing.
I mean, look at the slice he gave me. It's like half of a cake.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. You said you were hungry.
When you guys come for Sunday, I'll still be here.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and sing. I'm ready. Can I start eating now?
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelly. Happy birthday,
Dear Kelly. Happy birthday to you.
Yay!
Yay! Enjoy.
Oh my God, so good. In between the bumps and the afters is great.
Fire.
If I move over, there you go.
It'll melt fast in front of that fire, Kelly.
Yeah.
Well, I stood up earlier before you got here, Tracy. My ass was literally on fire. I did a whole baton show. You'll have to do a replay.
Yep.
I will do that.
It wasn't a very good baton show.
That's called an has-been.
I haven't twirled baton in like 30 years. So the last time that I twirled baton,
And then she knocked the laptop off the table.
I did not. You did. I had baton in my hand. Oh, there you go. And whatever, it's my birthday. I can knock the laptop off if I want, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Where are my people at? Where are my people? Help me out.
There you go.
When the last time I twirled baton, I went to my sister's house. This is a cute story.
When is she supposed to be here?
Thank you. And my sister said, we were outside. Sorry. It's really cold. It's like 4 to 12.
It's cold. That's what I was going to say.
Okay. So we're at my sister's house. We're sitting outside. My kids are all running around and stuff. And somehow my sister, they kept coming back. You know how when kids are like, you know, you're like, just go play. Like, we're trying to talk. Go play. It was one of those kind of deals. And so anyways, my sister, they're like, you know, like, why don't you twirl baton? And my sister's like, Auntie Kelly does it better than me. I'm like, come on, really? My sister twirled baton like right alongside me from the time she was 5, right? So I'm like, really? You're the same as I am. Like, we're both good, right? So no, nothing with you. Get out the batons, because I'm that person. I'm like, yep, let's do it. I got really serious. I had my rings on. I started twirling. All the kids in the neighborhood are like, oh my, I mean, because they're fascinated. Meantime, like, I'm not doing anything, right? Well, I got totally into it. Got the ghetto blaster out. I'm totally aging myself, right? We got the music going. We're like, you know, we're twirling. We're doing like a whole show with all the neighborhood kids around. It's hysterical. And and like I'm dripping blood from my hands because of my rings. I gotta I'm getting serious. I take my jewelry off. I'm like, okay, it's a show, right? Anyway, that's why the batons stay at my sister's house, because you never know when I may decide to get out in the middle of the street and start performing for people. I have another funny story about baton.
Thank God Gerald's not here. You would have taken it totally.
No, I know. Okay, so this is terrible for entertainment purposes only. Because this isn't a politically correct kind of thing, but there you have it. That's my disclaimer. So, you guys have heard of the Jerry Lewis Telethon? Right? Back in the day, the Jerry Lewis Telethon for muscular dystrophy. So here in Canada, it was a tradition at our house anyways, over the Labor Day weekend, that we would watch the Jerry Lewis Telethon. We'd all lay in the living room and sleep there and watch it, right? And then at one point in, I don't know, like the late 70s, early 80s, you would go to the International Center, which was by the airport. And that was where the headquarters were for, like, you know, Ontario's sort of donation center. And so my father got this idea that he would have us collect money, and then we would take it down there and drop it into the big bucket, right? It would be like a big deal. And so my sister and I put on our baton outfits, right? And we did a little concert outside, and people dropped money in the bucket. We were so excited. We thought like this was a great thing we were doing. And then my dad said we didn't have enough money. So then he told us that we had to go door to door. And I don't know if we like changed outfits or what we did. But anyway, somehow he took the name off of the bucket from Jerry Lewis Telethon to because back in the day they were called Jerry's Kids. That was right. So he put Gary's Kids, because my dad's name is Gary. So he called us Gary's Kids, and was just taking us door to door and having people like donate money to us, because look at us, like look at how bad we are, right? Anyway, we didn't even realize that he did that. That's the funny part of the story. So we went to the center where the place was there and got on camera, and we held up the bucket that said Gary's Kids on it. So humiliating. It's like, Dad, really?
Sweet, eh?
Yeah, that's my story. I still remember that like it was yesterday. It was hysterical at the time. Not so much now, but yeah. My dad used to, if we did really well at a competition, he'd take us to all of his friends' houses. Like literally after the competition, we'd drive up in the car and he'd get out and get all the trophies or the ribbons or whatever we got that day. And like make us perform. Like I don't know if he was proud of us or he was just like, look at what my kids can do. Like that's where all my money went. I don't know what it was about, but it was like a whole thing for him. It was a whole thing. I remember being in parades and like in the winter time, like the Santa Claus parades. And I mean, my fellow Canadians, you guys know how cold it gets here in the winter time, right? Like it's not easy walking up and down streets, twirling a baton in freezing cold weather. I mean, the thing is made of steel. It's not warm. And it was a lot. But there would be my dad, with his thermos of hot chocolate walking alongside. Remember one time he pulled my sister out because she was just like she could barely move, right? When I think about the sacrifices that my parents made, I mean, I'm very fortunate, I realize that, but when I think about the sacrifices that my parents made to make that dream come true for us, like they saved up money. We wanted to go to baton camp in New York. So they saved up the money, and my sister and I went, and we were at some old, I don't know, like Boy Scout camp or something. It was like rickety shacks. It was scary as crap at nighttime. Anyway, we were there for a whole week. It was our first time like being that far away from home. Anyways, the camp is over. It's Sunday, and or Saturday, and our parents are supposed to come get us. And like they're nowhere to be found. We're like in a different state. We don't. There's no phones. It's like, oh my god, because everyone left. We were by ourselves. It's like dark when they pull up, and we got in the car. It was like we were divorcing them. We were like, we are so angry. Slam the door. It's like silence, right? Every Thursday night was baton night. My dad would pick us up. Mom and dad would pick us up, obviously, right? We would drive down the street towards our house. And if we got to a certain point, we knew we weren't going home. That meant we were going to eat. Every Thursday, we would go to the same restaurant, and we would all have the same thing every Thursday night, but only if we got past a certain point. So we would sit there every Thursday night and be like, with our fingers crossed in the back seat, go, come on, please, come on. Because we got to stay up, right? We got to go to a restaurant. We used to go to.
I grew up in a hockey rink.
Yeah, right.
Dad played hockey. My brothers played hockey. I was always at the rink.
Bye, Anna. I love you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Blessings. Well, I mean, that's just so funny, Tracy, because of course people think that Canadians live in an ice rink.
I did.
Right.
Yeah, and then my boys came along and it was hockey again.
You guys, can you see the moon? Can you see the moon?
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah,
that's not the moon. That's my next door neighbor's window.
Okay. Keep up from here.
Okay, hold on. I don't know. I'm turning it the wrong way. Where is it?
Behind you, above you.
Here, can you hold on to this? Okay, hold on. I can't see what I'm doing, so I'm trying not to knock anything over.
There is a purple aura over that fire, right?
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, Mark.
You missed it. The moon was over your head at one point.
No, that's my next door neighbor's window.
Oh.
There, right there. See it?
Yep.
Well, that's what I saw.
No, you can't see it. Hold on.
Oh, we keep coming back to the window.
That's the moon right there.
Yeah, I see.
Oh,
it.
nice.
Oh,
Perfect.
Howl at the moon.
Yeah, let's do it. But let's not say we did. I know. I can't eat anymore. I haven't had anything to eat all day. But thank you.
Our youngest boy, when he was little and going to school was just like maybe a block away from our house.
All right.
We had to take this little path through the little woods. But
Right.
I would stand on one end of it, and then I would tell him he had to walk, and I could see him get all the way to the school ground, right? Like, I mean, it was a short little walk. But he used to come home all the time, like when my husband would come home from work, and he'd say, "Mom made me do this," and he'd say, "The cocottes will get me. They're going to get me." Phil would laugh. Give me trouble that I didn't walk him all the way, but I was trying to teach him to go, right? And I would stand there, and I'd wave, "Carry on, John, carry on." But yeah, the cocottes will get him.
Yeah.
Howling at the moon made me think of that.
Have you changed your name, Tracy?
No, good Lord.
I thought it was you.
Hell no.
Hell no.
A good name though.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Bear with me a sec. I have lots of questions. Number one,
We need Ron in the chat.
How did Tracy? How did you steal Tracy's account? That would be my first question.
Yeah.
mhm.
But that's okay.
So what does that mean?
That's okay.
Well, I don't even know what to say about that.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's all right. Someone has hacked your account. Is what that is.
Yep.
How?
Someone's hacked Tracy's account. Look.
So what do I do now? Just
It's okay. I've just done it.
I can hide them if you want.
Yeah.
Block them is what I want you to do.
There you go.
thank you.
Thanks, Ron.
Sorry that happened to you, Tracy. Sucks.
So
Yeah,
what do I
I
do
didn't expect
now?
that.
Does that mean I can't use my account if it's?
No, because
Yeah, no.
what they did was they copycatted your account, right? So they put the Tracy Sensual Lover, took a picture of you right now and stuck it on the screen, and made a channel with your name on it. I'm in their channel. They've got no subscribers, no views. So they literally subscribed to my channel so that they could put that in there.
Wow.
That's pretty sad.
They
Spend your
subscribe
life
to your
doing
channel. You can report them. You can report
Yeah.
them now because they have a channel.
I did report it.
They have a YouTube.
Okay, so now hold on, because now I'm going to do something else. It's like, wait for it. No, I'm just kidding.
Just reported.
I did report it.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know how to do this on my phone.
Because
I
I
suck
blocked
on
them.
it.
I hid them. When you hide them,
Okay.
they don't come
So
back.
you know what? You guys stay there on the screen. Let's call it a night for everyone to chat because we've been here for 2 hours. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being with me and for hanging out and all of the wonderful birthday messages over the last couple of days. Please show my friends on the screen tonight, and of course from Wednesday night, some love. Subscribe to their channels. I'll put all their links in the description box. Stay kind to each other. Have yourself a great weekend, and I hope to see you on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern with Wisdom Seeker Joan. Thank you
Take
for
care,
being a
everybody.
part of my birthday celebration, you guys. Mwah! Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Everybody.